and welcome to Lily's Library. So today we are going to be doing a very disappointing February wrap up, some March hopefuls, and then also a mini book haul as well. So let's get into it because we've got quite a few things to get through. So February ended up being such a horrible reading month for me. Like, this is probably the worst reading month I've had in quite a few years just because of how busy it has been. February was my birthday month, my partner's birthday as well. We also went back to Queensland for a bit to visit friends and family. And then we've also been in the process of packing up and getting ready for a move in the coming week. So it's just been very busy and very chaotic, and it's going to continue to be that for at least like another week and a half, if not 2 weeks. So I really didn't get a lot of reading done. The first book I did finish though was Chain Gang All Stars. This is by Nana Kwame Ajay-Brenya. I really enjoyed this book, if that's the right word for it. It is devastating and brutal, but such an important and powerful read, and I really got a lot from it. I am kind of disappointed in how it ended. I just wished we'd got a bigger resolution, and I wish we could have had that come from this book, but also the way it ended makes sense, unfortunately. But I just wish it had been longer and we got to completely dismantle everything that's happened. And it is just still such an important and powerful read. When I finished the last chapter and finished the book, I spent like 10-15 minutes just bawling my eyes out over what happened. It is just very heavy and difficult, but such an insane read that I know I'm just going to be thinking about for years to come. But if you haven't heard of Chain Gang All Stars, this is set in a futuristic version of America. This is a dystopian novel. It follows this program called Chain Gang All Stars, which is this like heavy sports TV show and stuff. So we've got prisoners from different prison systems who are on the same chains, but depending on their system, that go into these matches and to this event and stuff to do gladiator style battles and fight to the death. And we follow different people across different chains of it. We follow people that are outside of the system as well. We've got people that are fans of the program, people that protest the program, and all sorts of things. We also get a bit of a glimpse into the program itself from the people that have developed it and are behind it, as well as obviously the people that have that first-hand involvement. It is just so brutal and sad, but such an important read as well. A lot of it is backed up by actual statistics and facts from the prison systems within the United States and the incarceration of Black people, especially Black men and Black women, and the disproportionate levels between their white counterparts. It is such just a powerful and interesting read, and something that I think will go on to become a modern classic. It is something that I think just everyone needs to pick up. Now, changing pace completely, I ended up reading a romance book, and that is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I really enjoyed this. I'd heard lots of good things about this book, and I got it on my e-reader ages ago, but just had never got around to reading it. And I typically read romances when I'm feeling more that slumped mood or need a break from like fantasy, sci-fi kind of things, because they're just very enjoyable and easy for me to get through. I don't need to use my brain as much as I do with a sci-fi, fantasy, horror kind of thing. And I just usually can pick them very well for what I enjoy, or if they're ones that are kind of trashy, I just like find them so fun to read. They're like those popcorn reads sometimes. But this one is just incredible. This is definitely one of my favorite romances, up there with like Talia Hibbert and Ali Hazelwood. I just really enjoyed this one. It's got one of my least favorite tropes in it, but it does it so well, and that is the pregnancy trope. In this, we follow two different characters who end up meeting for the first time at a Halloween party because they're both dressed as pirates. They also both have a different kind of disability, so that was also leaning into their costume and how they met, which is really cute, and I just loved the way that was handled throughout the book and the insight into it. And they end up having a one-night stand, and she falls pregnant, and then it goes through their relationship from there, and it is just so healthy and so beautiful and cute. And I just loved the way that everything was explored and explained, and how all these different topics and things that they faced were just dealt with so well. Just, Hannah is such an incredible author, and I really cannot wait to read more books. I think I'm going to read Out of the Woods next, which follows two of the other characters from this book. I just love me a good interconnected romance series, and this book was just fantastic. I had such a great time with it. I did end up crying a few times as well because it's just so sweet and tender and cute, and just, oh, I love it. It had my whole heart. Now, as for books I bought in February, I might go over that first because there's some books I got sent and some books I bought. So let's just quickly go through them all. So starting with the ones I bought myself, we have got Assassin's Quest and then also Metal from Heaven. So I got this at a bookshop that also has like a second-hand section. So I got this for like $10 $5-10 cheaper than it is at normal bookshops, which is a great bonus. And this will be one of the books I will be getting to very soon, but this is book 3 in the Farseer trilogy. At the end of last year as well, I went to my local bookshop and asked if I could order in Metal from Heaven, and it finally arrived. This is by August Clark. I don't remember what this is about anymore. I know a lot of people that have loved it, and I remember seeing quite a few people compare it to Arcane and that it is sapphic or queer, and I don't really need to know more. It sounds great, and it's just such a pretty cover. A lot of the people that I have seen talking about this, enjoying this book, have very similar reading tastes to me, so I know I'm probably gonna like it if they liked it. So as I said earlier, February was my birthday month as well, so I got 2 books as presents. One of my friends got me a copy of Witch King, which I have already packed away and it's gone in a box somewhere, but I'm very excited to read it. I love the Motorbot Diaries, and I've never read anything else by Martha Wells, so this is something I'd like to get to soon, especially since the sequel, I think it's a sequel, comes out very soon as well. Then my partner got me a copy of The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. It's this really nice like little cloth bound penguin edition. I don't actually know what this one is about, but I haven't read any Shirley Jackson yet. I have The Haunting of Hill House, but I've seen a lot of people say that this is their favorite out of all of her books, so I might start with it, but we'll see. Shirley Jackson is just an author I've been wanting to explore for ages, so I'm very excited to delve into this one. I also received 2 books from publishers. So the first one is Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reid, which I will be getting to very soon. This is their newest book. It is a sapphic YA dystopian, and I am so excited to delve into it. It just sounds perfect, and it is very much bringing back those like 2012, 2014 dystopian vibes, and I just can't wait. Then Alan and Unwin sent me a copy of Vanishing World by Sayaka Murata. This is her newest book. This comes out in April, so quite soon, and I'm very excited to get to this. From the synopsis, this sounds very similar to A Clean Marriage, which is one of her short stories, and it's very reminiscent of those themes that are in the Life Ceremony short story collection. So I'm very interested to see where this goes. It sounds really interesting. It is about marriage and love and sex and growing a family, and it just sounds super intriguing. As for my March hopefuls, we've got quite a few physical books as well as some digital ones, but I'm just going to be focusing on the physical ones because they're the ones I have in front of me right now, and I can't be bothered to go get my Kindle and find out which books they were that I wanted to read on there. So we've got quite a few of them. The 2 ones that are going to be my priorities are the Farseer trilogy books. Royal Assassin was the February Farseer Readers book club book, but I am very behind because of everything that happened, and I know quite a few other people are in a similar boat, so we've extended it by a bit. I'm going to try and finish it and smash it out over the next week. Since I'm not working and since we have a bit of downtime before we need to start driving and moving up, I think I might be able to get through a decent chunk of it and maybe finish it by the time we get to Queensland and have moved. Then as soon as I've done that, I'm going to be picking up Assassin's Quest, which is book 3 in the Farseer trilogy. I am very nervous about this one because it is a lot thicker, and also just the way these books are going, they are so fucking depressing. And I don't know what they're gonna do to fix in this. Like, Robin Hobb really pulls no punches with what she put these characters through, and I'm so excited but so nervous. But I can't wait to see how this trilogy wraps up, and then I'm very excited to get into the live ship traders after that. Now, I'm also planning on reading both of these arcs. I think I'm actually going to start this very soon as well, as this does come out on March 4th, I believe, so in a few days from now. It's a short YA thing, so I think I could finish it pretty fast, and I think it'll be something to help get me back into reading, as I still am reading a bit slower, especially since the Farseer trilogy books are very slow paced. I think this will be the perfect thing to kind of pick me up and get me back into that habit of reading. Then I also will be reading Vanishing World by Sayaka Murata. I don't know how soon I'm going to be reading this, but I will definitely be reading it in March before it comes out in April. And then if I have time, I really would like to start Metal from Heaven. I know there was a buddy read going on with quite a few of my mutuals from TikTok that I didn't get to participate in, so I would love to try and read this very soon. I might even see if there's anyone that hasn't read it and would like to join me for a buddy read, but we will see. But that is it for this week's video. It's definitely a bit of a shorter one than usual, just because I didn't really get a whole lot of time to read. I'm really hoping I'll have more time in March, especially once we're done moving, so all of that might be a bit up in the air, but I do have a video pre-filmed that is meant to post, but I haven't got around to editing, so I'll try and get that up and ready for when we get to Queensland, so it'll be posted and ready for you guys. And then the next stuff you will see will be from our new place, which I don't know what's going to happen with these bookshelves. I would like to get new ones, but I'm definitely going to be keeping these for the time being because I don't know how big our space is. but it might be a lot of changing and different scenery for a while, so we will see how we go with that. But let me know what your favorite book you read in February was, and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.